Road in Bolivia. Death Road, El Camino de la Muerte, runs through the youngest region of Bolivia. Also known as the North Youngest Road, it's a 90-kilometer stretch through the Andes Mountains, connecting the cities of La Paz and Coroico. It was built by Paraguayan prisoners in the 1930s during the Chaco War. Since then, it's become a major tourist attraction thanks to its breathtaking views. But it is extremely dangerous to navigate. In its worst year, 300 people died while traveling Death Road. What makes Death Road so incredibly deadly? Why is it safer to travel at night? And why should you pack your bicycle? Step 1. Learn the road. In its early years, Death Road was little more than a dirt path through a towering mountain range. It has about 200 hairpin turns, which can be difficult or even impossible to see around. Other factors like rain, landslides, and rock slides make driving this route even more dangerous. In 1983, a truck carrying 100 passengers veered off the road. The driver and all the passengers were killed. By 1995, the Inter-American Development Bank was calling Youngest Road the world's most dangerous road. Nearly 300 people died on it that year. But since then, the Bolivian government has made several improvements that have increased your chances of surviving the journey. The first 24 kilometers of the way are now paved, making them less likely to be washed out. The road also gets a little wider every 2 to 3 kilometers to allow for passing. New rules have been put in place granting ascending vehicles the right of way. These numbers have drastically reduced the number of collisions each year, but they can only help if you know about them. So get studying. Step 2. Redesigns. Weather conditions continue to be one of the greatest dangers of traveling the North Youngest Road. During the rainy season between November and March, hazards such as landslides and rock slides increase dramatically. Watch out for seeping groundwater, which can indicate the road is unstable. Bulges or collapses in the road surface can also suggest an imminent landslide. In 2012, a bus driver unloaded his passengers before attempting to cross a narrow, muddy path along the road. Due to heavy rain, the back of the bus slipped off the road and plunged over the edge. The undergrowth was so thick that the passengers lost sight of the bus and couldn't even attempt to rescue the driver. Bolivia is also known for earthquakes, which can obviously damage the roadway. And keep your ears open for the rumbling sound of falling rocks. If you detect any of these signs, evacuate immediately. If you can, get to a vehicle to protect yourself from falling debris. If you have a cell signal, call for help and wait for rescue crews to arrive. Step 3. Timing is everything. The safest times to travel Death Road may not be what you think. Bolivia's winter is actually its driest season, so plan your journey for a time when the road will be less treacherous. Night travel is also preferred by some. While drivers are instructed to hunt their horns before rounding a corner, sometimes they signal too late and an accident can occur. But navigating the road in the dark means that cars will have their headlights on, making them easier to spot and avoid. For an idea, in 2007, as a result of the frequent accidents and deaths, the Bolivian government prohibited large trucks and buses from using the North Youngest section of Death Road. Since then, most people travel this passage on bicycles. Today, bike tours are regularly offered and encourage travelers to safely appreciate the beautiful views. Since 2019, the death toll has dropped dramatically, down from hundreds to less than 40 per year. But that still means taking extreme caution. If you decide to ride Death Road on a bike, keep a modest pace. Don't use earbuds or take photos while on your bike. Rest frequently in designated rest stops. When passing the 2 waterfalls along the way, stay close to the mountainside and pay extra attention to the wet, slippery surface. And consider hiring a guide who knows the area and how to avoid its hazards.